Hey guys, come with me while I tell you a little bit about one of my favorite people in the Bible. This person was a prophet in the Old Testament. He was used to speak to kings. Here's another hint. He was called the Weeping Prophet. Can you guess who it is? That's right, it's Jeremiah. Okay, but maybe you're like, wait, what's a weeping prophet and who is Jeremiah? Jeremiah was an Israelite who lived a really long time ago. He was best friends with God, and sometimes God would give Jeremiah a message to people who were disobeying God or didn't even know him, and it broke Jeremiah's heart, and that's why he was called the weeping prophet. Remember how I said Jeremiah was used to speak to kings? In Jeremiah 22, was sent to the king of Israel himself to deliver a pretty intense message. The king of Israel had been up to no good. Jeremiah came with a message to remind the king that God called him to be obedient to God's way, which is the best way. Here's what he told the king in Jeremiah 22, verse 3. The Lord says, "Do what is right and fair. Save those who have been robbed. Set them free from the people who have treated them badly. Do not do anything wrong to outsiders or widows in this place. Do not harm children whose fathers have died. Do not kill any of those who are not guilty of doing anything wrong." The reason Jeremiah is so passionate about this is because you and me choosing to obey or disobey God can have a huge effect on our lives. For the kings in the Old Testament, when they obeyed God, we saw that their lives were full of blessing and favor. But for those disobedient kings, their lives went to ruin. Oftentimes, they were destroyed. God's way is always the best way. When you and me do what is right, it's just like those kings in the Bible who did what is right. When we obey God, He honors us, gives us favor and blessing. Maybe God's been speaking to you lately. He could be telling you to invite somebody to church. Or maybe pray for one of your teachers. Or even clean your room. No matter what God's telling you to do, remember, it's always worth it. God's way is always the best way.